Welcome to episode 521 of Fourth and Jawn. I'm Gail Saunders here with Evan Hollywood Hearn and Mr. Tim Kincaid and Tim Armstrong in the building. Tonight's podcast is the Eagles Giants preview or Eagles Giants revenge game, if you'd like to be specific with where I'm coming from tonight. Obviously, we sat there at the Giants Stadium in New Jersey, not New York, for those who are state challenged. They play in New York. They play in New Jersey. But we sat there and watched our team get dismantled. We saw our team get outright beaten. And I'm not a guy to make excuses. I always say you're always good as your 53. And that day, our 53 was not better than their 53. We had some injuries. Obviously, Jalen Carter, all world in my book. Landon Dickerson. You talk about the trenches, and then you talk about my son, Quinyon Mitchell. Also, not really my son. This is just jokes. Quinyon Mitchell did not play, so 3 of those players will be playing. So after coming off last week's win, I'm feeling better about myself. I'm feeling better about the Eagles. And overall, I think the fan base is geared up for a revenge game. Tickets prices are still high right now. So that kind of tells me that a lot of people want to see this game. But I'm geeked. I mean, I'm ready to go, ready, locked and loaded to see what transpires. I mean, Evan, how are you feeling? I know you're off the deathbed. You know, you off the PUP now. You feeling good?
I'm feeling better, 100%. I'm working my way back to 100%. I'm probably at about 85 now. I'm expecting to be good for the tailgate. But yeah, I was definitely feeling this week. I've been doing a lot of traveling, as you can tell. I'm in yet another hotel room. I had my Nashville cowgirl behind me last month, and last week I was in Orlando. Now I'm in Chicago. So it's been a lot of moving around. But I'm happy, man. This Eagles team is now 5-2. We get our revenge game on the 2 brothers up in North Jersey, being Scadaboo and Jackson Dart. They had a strong showing the first game. I expect them to be decent again, but I think that this Eagles defense second time around is going to have the game plan to combat them. I think that this offense, they definitely hit their stride more in this last game. Hopefully we can keep that momentum going. And, Saquon can start balling. That's what we need.
Man, this is I can't even put my finger around this one. I can't wrap my finger around this one. I think just due to the fact that there's a lot going on behind the scenes with the Eagles. BG's back. AJ sending his weekly tweets. I'm at the point where AJ, I think this is like motivation to him. Injuries are happening. We're week 8 now? Week 7? What week is this?
This guy's got terrible math.
Yeah,
5-2.
Oh, 7.
7.
Sorry, 8.
Simple math.
Okay. Week 8 by week 9.
Yeah, my bad. But it's what's fitting about this is where you get the real teams. The real teams start to get their things going, start to get the things running. Like the engine is going. So we're gonna find out who the Eagles are. And I know and let's be honest, man, this is an NFC East game. You know what I'm saying? So no trap game, none of that. There's a lot of injuries on the Giants side. We'll get to that during the pod. We'll talk about that. But I'm ready. I can't stand Giant fans. I can't they beat us a couple weeks ago, and they feel like they won the Super Bowl. And I guess it was the week I guess it was like the way they beat us. It's just weird, bro. It's weird. I don't know about y'all. How you feeling, Tim?
I'm excited. I'm a little pumped up, actually, because I felt Gail touched on it the first few weeks. The fan base got a little lethargic We were expecting to win. Teams were so confident based off of fans were so confident based off the last season that kind of overlooked situations. The first game, I give it to the Giants. Injuries are injuries, next man up mentality. But when it's all said and done, their ones beat the players we had on the field. So, but what I'm happy with now is we have multiple weeks of film on Jackson Dart. The guy can play, but he does have some tendencies. So I'm happy that we're coming back majority healthy. I really enjoyed seeing Kobe Dean on the field last week and seeing what they were doing with Jahad Campbell. So I'm just hoping that they keep that defense moving and trending in the right direction.
Yeah, I mean, my feeling is you got to learn from the losses. Like, and it sounds cliche, but in general, when your team starts to learn how to, cover up some of your weaknesses. I mean, I felt like last week, playing under center was nice. I think, getting downfield on some of these matchups. These are the same some of the matchups we saw versus the Giants. You're like, why can't we attack Debo and some of their other corners like we did in Minnesota? I think at the base of it all, you have Devontae Smith, you have AJ Brown, you have a stellar attack. I think you have to make use of those guys, and they did. So I mean, from that standpoint, I feel we did some, we discovered some, we for the most part unlocked the passing attack, but for the running attack, and we're just going to be honest, all you pundits out there, national pundits, all you Jalen Hurts haters, you know who you are, you guys, the Eagle haters. We were down 3 solid core players, and especially on the interior, Tough versus they were just mixing and match. Lawrence, they had Brian Burns switching. They were just throwing everything but the kitchen sink, and we never caught the kitchen sink. And it was a straight shooters, man, coming through there. Shooters shoot. So just in general, I feel like did I expect Todd to block Dexter Lawrence or Brian Burns? No. And that is what it is. So I'm not, some people are just, it should be different.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, am I wrong? I mean, do you guys feel like we're getting like our guys back? I mean, we have a great chance to compete this way.
Yeah, and like you hit it right on the head. We get Jalen Carter back. Jalen Carter is a menace. He's a game wrecker. He's somebody that you can count on, that he's going to make a big play. He did that last week against the Vikings. And then speaking of it's a matter of time that somebody's hurt. And I'm not praising anybody hurt. I mean, injuries are part of football. But Brian Burns, he's questionable. That's really big for the Giants, man, because he's somebody that's coming off the edge. I mean, their D-line is nasty. I'll give it to them. The Giants did a good job of drafting, with the D-line. But now, what Tim just said, we got Dean back. I don't know if you've seen the mic'd up. I feel like you got the 3 amigos are back with, Jahad Campbell and my son Zach Bond and then Dean. We're playing a full attack mode, man, on defense. That's another thing. Barnett can be. I think they opened up his 20-day practice, right? So that's another roster move right there.
I mean, you said Bennett.
Mm-hmm. Opened up that 21 days.
Oh, I thought you said Barnett.
Oh, I'm sorry. I might have said.
I said Eric Barnett back.
I wish we need somebody on that edge.
I mean, you think about it. If perhaps BG does play,
mm-hmm.
You get Ja'Cory and Bennett back.
Yeah.
You have Quinyon Mitchell playing. You got Jalen Carter playing. Landon Dickerson playing. Those are some key pieces that I mean, we've been talking about CB2 since I'd say April.
Yes.
Here we are in October, almost November. We are still talking about CB2. Keely Ringo had a rough go that game. When you got guys like Lil Jordan Pumphrey, that don't even sound right. That sounds like a made up name. In his first start out here for the Giants, just getting busy. Dory Jackson was getting pretty. They were all getting beat on the out routes.
Mhm.
I mean, it was, they did exactly what they needed to do to beat the Eagles defensively. But like Jackson Dart, I think Jackson Dart. What do you guys do? What are your feelings about what Jackson Dart has brought to the table for the New York Giants?
He was a spark. He lit the team. He definitely got them excited and got a little motivation about him the first few weeks. But he's a rookie. He's making rookie mistakes. I mean, I watched the All-22. That interception was a forced ball on 3rd and 7 that our team can feast just as much as Denver did in that type of situation. He stepped up in the pocket, didn't read the drop back linebacker. It was impressive by the Broncos, but it was something where that Jackson Dart's going to learn from. I feel like we're going to have a lot more opportunities where it's going to force Jackson Dart into learning situations, which benefits the Eagles. I mean, BG coming back, just the presence in the locker room, really. It's more the fact everybody's hyped that he's back. I love that he's back, but I feel like there's guys just walking by. I feel like they're all the same age, so it's hard to talk to one of your peers when you're the same age. But when you have a couple of years on somebody, you're a lot more comfortable to sit down and be like, hey, this is growing pains. We're going to get through this. So to touch on both of those pieces, I really think their piece is trending in the right direction. After the bye week, Darius Cooper, he opened up his practice window today. Nolan Smith, he's due back right after the bye week against the Packers. All of our injuries are starting to trend in the right direction. We do have a few tweaks in between, but I definitely like the way the team's heading.
Now, Ed, how did you feel about Jackson Dart and Scadaboo? What was your first impression of after
During the first game that we played against him?
Mhm.
I was impressed. I was with Jackson Dart was a quarterback that I thought was going to be decent in this league, but I didn't expect him to have the success that he's having this early. I was expecting him to maybe hit some bump. Found his stride, kind of similar to Bo Nix. He didn't really go crazy his first year, but now he's coming into his stride. And Scadaboo, he was a dude. He honestly reminds me of Mike Allstott, if I'm being honest with you. The way that he runs, he just is like he just runs through people. I love his style of play. I mean, that was something in the offseason. I said I wanted a big bruiser back, and that's exactly the type that he plays like, at least. But I was impressed by them. I think that is honestly two pieces of the Giants' future. You added Malik Neighbors, and they've got themselves a core of an offense right there. I still think it's an incomplete team. I think they're a beatable team. But yeah, they're definitely a tougher Giants team than of years past, in my opinion. I mean, the past half decade or so, we've kind of looked at the Giants like, oh, this is an easy sweep every year. It's not the case anymore.
Right. And they played. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Okay. Now, I was the defense as well. It's not just Dart and Scadaboo, but that defensive line is serious, man. That is a good defensive line. So yeah, the team is coming together.
And basically, what I was going to say was, like, they gave up a 19-point lead in the fourth quarter against a good Bronco team. So they're going to come out. They're going to try to come out the gate swinging against the Eagles. You know what I mean? They got something. They got some. They got some vengeance on their mind. You know what I mean? Losing the way they lost last week.
Yeah, in the 4 games since Dart was named the starting quarterback for the Giants, their offense is now averaging 25.3 points per game. On third down, Dart has converted a first down at the third highest rate at 48.8%. My thing with Dart is his ability to extend plays. It was the first time that I saw someone make Zach Bond look like human. Like when he caught Vaughn in the blender, I was like, oh no, no, that wasn't Vaughn. Yeah, it was Vaughn. And then he his ability to extend plays, and I will go back to Jalen Carter's playing. Him on the interior, Jalen Carter is, I mean, just like our center situation, their center situation is could also be a little sketchy. So I think with their center potentially being Austin Schlottman, he's going to get
Good luck.
hits. It'll be our version of their version of Dexter Lawrence versus Toth, or whoever they try to. I don't think you should move Landon Dickerson to center. I'd rather just keep Landon Dickerson left guard. Let's go with the Toth experience. Or if Drew Kendall is Drew Kendalling in practice, but that might be a little bit too much dip for the chip for his first start against Dexter Lawrence versus Drew Kendall. You might want to go with Toth, I guess.
Yeah. As long as they don't put Sue up better, they know he decided to practice squad. Please do not put him on that damn field. No.
Shout out to Nate. He says, bring back Bradbury.
Oh, you
I'm not. I was going through like my graphics. I have a whole big file of stuff. I saw Bradbury's face in one of the things. I was deleting files. I was like, what is Bradbury doing? I was like, is he worse than what we're dealing with at CB2?
He said, I got a ball.
These are the conversations that make completely real with you, man. I mean, if we're keeping it a buck, we went from being the dominant force in the league to asking guys to come out of retirement to somehow save the season.
Right. As long as they don't ask like Kerry Williams or somebody
BG,
like that.
I love him to death. I didn't get to really give my 2 cents on that.
You've had to
no, and like, dude, I like that BG's back, but it's not a good indicator. Let's be real. It's not a good indicator. He had 2 major injuries last year. He's coming back because he sees this team in desperation. He hasn't been ramped up. He, like I said, is coming off the 2 major injuries last year. I hope he's just able to stay healthy. There's a lot of hope for a guy that he retired because of medical reasons. I mean, he obviously had a long career, but the injuries played a major part in him hanging the cleats up.
I've been asked from
just doesn't feel like a confidence-inspiring team right now.
I mean, I've been asking for BG to come back all off season. Every time I've seen BG, I'm like, look, dapping him up, like you making sure you're just looking at BG like he can still play. He's been working out. And then I went the last time I saw him, I went in and was like, what's the workout schedule? Like he's like, yeah, drop the kids off and go right to NovaCare. Nothing's changed. So I was like, all right. He still has the same routine. Obviously the conditioning, hopefully he gets there. I don't think you got to throw him in right away by the bye. And that was it's what we heard before the signing went down. But I feel like even if you just have him in the locker room, BG's presence is enough to be like talk somebody off a ledge or who's might be acting up in the locker room. BG might be one of the most friendliest players in the locker room, but I feel like when he flips that switch and BG gets mad, you got to listen. I think he's the
voice.
He's the Yoda. He's become the Yoda of the locker.
Hopefully, he doesn't.
Well, I'll tell you what, man. He's going to be canonized into sainthood if he's able to will this Eagles team to another Super Bowl, man. If he is able to get this team back on the right track. And I'm not saying like we're sitting here at 5-2. I'm not saying that we're one of the bad teams in the league. It's just that the chinks in the armor of this team are a lot more visible this year than last year. So I see what the problems are. They need to be addressed. If BG is able to solve them,
maybe the communication.
Replace William Penn on Deputy Hall. In case that happened.
Wow.
Now, Darren G says, "Do we think we will have AJ Sunday? He didn't practice again today with a hamstring." I'll bring up the injury report today. Let's see here. We have Jacorian Bennett, full practice today. AJ Brown did not practice for the last 2 days with the hamstring. Grant Calcaterra, we had limited practices in the last 2 days. Darius Cooper, full practice. Opened up 21 day window. Landon Dickerson, limited in last 2 days, ankle and back. Dallas Goedert with the calf injury, limited on Wednesday, full practice on Thursday. Brandon Graham, full practice last 2 days. Adoree Jackson did not practice any of the last practices, dealing with a concussion. Cam Jurgens with a knee did not practice, so we understand where we're at with him. Moro Jomo, limited in the last 2 days. I do think he'll play. Azeez Ojulari dealing with a hamstring, did not practice the last 2 days, and then Jeremiah Trotter did not practice on Wednesday, limited today. Out of all these guys here, who do you guys think has the most chance to be on the field?
The most chance to what?
Be on the field.
Be on the field. I'm not going to put most likely in Brandon Graham's camp. Like I said, I think he needs to be ramped up a little bit. But Dallas Goedert, I think, is going to be, seeing him as a full participant on Thursday, and counting on he's been an integral part of this offensive game plan. Getting real creative with him down in the red zone. So I think Dallas Goedert, if we have him back, that'll be a big factor.
I'm gonna have to go with Landon Dickerson for my choice. I know he's been having an ankle and the back problem for most of the season since the season began, but he's gonna thug it out. So that's it.
Thug it out. I think AJ Brown will be playing. I mean, he didn't practice Wednesday and Thursday. I think it's probably a rest day. But I do think Jacorian Bennett, he was getting practice. He was getting some work done with Quinyon Mitchell and our defensive backs coach. So I'm feeling good about that. I think Goddard's definitely playing. Also, Grant Calcaterra back will be interesting. Moro Jomo definitely playing. Azeez out. Adoree out. And Cam out. I don't think I'd be shocked if BG's back on this week.
It's a little concerning though, because we don't have no more bodies on the edge, bro. Like it's a little concerning, man. Like everybody's injured, especially on that D line, man.
I mean, I feel like we were just spoiled last year because we were the healthiest team to go into the playoffs. We were the least team with the amount of injuries. So there was a lot of teams that were gritting through this last season that we were kind of questioning them when they had close wins, but we were dominating so much after the bye week last year that we just had a confidence that was instilled in us. But this year we got bit. I mean, it happens. It's the NFL. It's the next man up. You know what I mean? Unfortunately, the last few games, our next man up hasn't been able to compete with the ones. You know what I mean? There's not much you can say. But realistically, these guys, we do have the bye week coming up, which is huge. Some of these guys that have these tweaks and minor injuries, it's going to give them more time to heal up. So hopefully anybody who's good to go or close to good to go gives a strong chance this week. And then we take the bye week and go into Green Bay as healthy as we've been so far since week 1.
Just thinking about the you made mention of the bye week. I need the bye week myself as a fan, traveling to all these games. I don't want to be on a plane anymore. I'm just kidding. I did have turbulence this past plane trip, and I thought of you, Evan. our KC trip a couple years ago. He's after a while, you're like, just let me put my
Are we gonna
seatbelt.
die?
I try to stay focused, but I'm just saying that bye week can't come any sooner. We got a lot of guys that could use that bye week. I do think Jalen Carter being back the way he is as a menace, I feel really good about what he's going to do. Like if I get a sack from, if I get a real Jalen Carter sack, like the ones like we like, the violent ones,
Mhm.
where like the full weight is on
Matt
the
Stafford.
quarterback. Yeah,
Mhm.
that's what I was
Picking up
exactly
grown men.
thinking.
Picking up grown men.
A welcome to the NFL type moment for Dart. Not to
Mhm.
say I'm not saying I want him to be injured. I just want him to be mob deep shook ones. So I mean, if I get that, I think that will rattle him early.
I was gonna say, Wentz, you saw him in that game. I think he got rattled. He was getting hit in that game, and you could see him wincing a little bit. But it was Carson Wentz that we knew. He started hearing footsteps and panicking, and I think that the defensive line, while we are thin in numbers, they had a good showing last week, and if we could dial up some more of the same, that would be the way to go.
I mean, this is a game where you don't win in the trenches, especially on the defensive side, and probably applying pressure up the middle. That's going to be the biggest thing that if we can make to get to the Eagles' advantage, having Majomo, Carter, Young, he's been playing a lot. It's gonna be the nose tackle, Jordan Davis. This is gonna be a Jordan Davis nose tackle game. This is what this is gonna be, because they're gonna try to ride that little pony in the back with Scatterboo, and then Dart is gonna be dancing in the backfield and trying to break plays. So QB spy game, another one, but pressure up the middle is gonna be the game wrecker for the Giants.
Yeah, I mean, you think about those rushing yards. You think about Mahomes. You think about who else? Baker Mayfield had a couple of runs. You think about who else? I mean, Wentz had some mobility. He broke off some runs. I mean, this is a game where if you put the clamp on Dart, I think it's gonna be very key. Shout out to Jason. He said missed y'all at the Minnesota. Jason, you're in Iowa. You had a great opportunity to hang out. Where were y'all? Okay. But shout out to you, Jason, number one Eagles fan in Iowa. Yeah, that's what the streets say.
Well, I think the big piece with Dean coming back and getting more reps, we saw the original linebacking core, and then we were able to see Jahad Campbell float, which I think at this point in his rookie season, with how athletic he is and his ability on the field, I wouldn't be surprised if he's the one spying. I wouldn't be surprised if initial stop is run and then focus on the spy, because he's got the speed and the coverage ability that I think he can drop back into the zone and make sure those runs we saw with Mahomes, those runs we saw with Bo Nix, those runs we saw with Dart. I think that I could be completely wrong, but it's just my assumption with where he was lining up on the line of scrimmage last week. I wouldn't be surprised if that's something that keeps happening.
Yeah, Helena says N'Kobe Dean being back is needed. His leadership is amazing. I think his energy is amazing. I think some of the questions that he answered, the way that he his approach, kind of the reporters trying to put him in like a low blender. He never takes the rat poison. He's just like, whatever the team needs me to do, I'm there to be a part of the unit. I do think a lot of people were talking about Campbell being his ability as an edge, but I think he's not a super developed edge yet. He's got some tools in his belt, but I think he's not like he's not toolsy with all the moves and the books and tricks in the trade. Like I think he's raw in that sense, but I think the ability to have like some guys on the field and some fastballs off the edge, I think I like to see it. see who else. I mean, we like to speed things into existence on this pod. So obviously, we're going to go. Who's going to be your offensive MVP versus the Giants? Your offensive MVP? Anyone? Anyone?
I'm going to say A.J. Brown. I think this is finally his big blow-up game. I think Devontae had his last week. The passing game's been working, so we're going to go AJ.
I'm going to go with Saquon. I feel like they're gonna do their best to feed the ball to the beast in the back number 26.
I'm gonna go with Perk. I'm gonna agree. I think Dallas Goedert has a day. I think they're gonna watch so much film based off the game. It is, and I think Goddard is going to find some of those spots in the zone. They're worried about Smith and AJ and even Jahan Dotson hitting up those routes, and I think Goddard's going to find his little windows and get fed.
I think there's a guy named Cordell Flott that sounds like another Key and Peele skit. Like Heath said, I think a guy named Devontae Smith who will probably be on him, and I think needs to be put in a blender. I think Devontae Smith is hot right now. I feel like, if anyone has not seen the movie Juice, go watch it. Very classic movie. There's a guy at the end of the scene where he's walking through the crowd and this guy's like, "Yo, you got the juice, man." Devontae Smith has the juice right now. Like he is. This is. I feel like. I just feel like if they listen to Devontae and they look at the matchups, I feel like we should get more of that. I need more of that. I might even have to go to the game this week. I was thinking about not going to the game this week. I know it's Kelly Green week. If you're into the Kelly Green, like we all are, it's Kelly Green week. So I feel like it should be animated in there. They should have like a lot of Kelly Green vibes out there.
I have a question. Speaking of Kelly Green, when you see the jersey, you see the Kelly Green, what type of feeling do you get? Like, what like nostalgia? Gail, help me out here. Like, what is it? How does it feel for you?
The first Kelly Green game was like that was pretty magical. Yeah. They had like LL Cool J, don't call it a company. They had the whole boombox like promo stuff. Definitely felt. I mean, for a person who, when I first started watching the Eagles, they were Kelly Green. Mm-hmm. It kind of like brought the nostalgia back. Now I feel like going around all these Eagle games and seeing everybody in Kelly Green. I always just used to wear Kelly Green because that's just my thing, and then now everyone wears Kelly Green. So it's a lot of the Kelly Green wearers are now like, I'm going back to midnight. I'm switching it up. I felt that way for a little bit, but it's just weird to have that many options.
Most definitely.
I appreciate all you Eagle fans texting me Kelly Green merch, and you guys, I'm trying not to buy shit. Okay.
My bad on this weekend. I sent you something. That jacket?
Keep sending it. Keep sending it. Just sending it.
I got you.
I will give you. I went to Rally House today.
Yeah.
I saw the jacket that there's a new jacket Eagles in Nike dropped today. $225.
That jacket is fire.
I buy a lot of jackets. Quality is not. It's not quality on this. It's $225. It's not, the bottom of the jacket is kind of wide. It fits a little off. Mm-hmm. I like the idea and the spirit of the jacket. It wasn't it. Just saying. Mm.
That's a pair of J's for me. But I feel you though, because for me, when I see Kelly Green, it reminds me being a little Tim growing up on the South Side Jersey, Beverly, New Jersey, and my dad worked at 3M, and 3M was in Pennsylvania, Philadelphia, in the outskirts, and my dad would get tickets, and he'd be like, "Yo, we're going to the game this weekend." And when I'm talking about going to the game, I'm talking about going to the vet. I grew up at the vet. I was born in the 80s. So growing up through the 80s and the 90s and seeing the Kelly Green and the rich coat type days and one of my, seeing our heroes as a kid, it means a lot. It means a lot. So when I see that Kelly Green, man, it just takes me back to being a kid.
Yeah, I think the feelings is mutual, man. Like shout out
My
to
brain goes straight to defense. That's exactly what I was going to say. What Moose touched on was I just go back to the Buddy Ryan days. I just see Jerome Brown. I see Reggie White. I see all those monsters. I see Eric Allen. Yep. I see all these guys. I see all the guys that made me fall in love with the sport of football in the city of Philadelphia. Right. So when I see that, it just makes me lock in and tone in and gives it a certain nostalgia. I've yet to buy a updated Kelly Green jersey. I'll be the first to admit that. All of my Kelly Greens are Reggie White, Jerome Brown, and Randall Cunningham.
So all your Jones are old, and you have all the old Jones, huh?
Yeah, well, I bought them recently, so they're not OGs, but they're all the old school players, patches, the JB patches, and all that stuff. That's where my head goes with the Kelly Green.
I got the 1990 Jerome Brown jersey. Little.
What was your first jersey though? Purchase or your mom?
Definitely. Definitely Cunningham.
Cunningham was your first one.
Yep. Good choice.
Charlie Gardner.
Oh,
that was my first jersey. I love Charlie Gardner. I was a single mother household who wasn't that much in the NFL and all that. So, but she put me into youth football, so I loved it. So, but she didn't understand the jersey thing. But I remember being a young kid, and I was like, I want this jersey, Mom. I want this jersey. So that was my first jersey that I can remember.
Yeah, mine was Ricky Waters.
Ricky Waters.
Yeah, and my dad was really upset when he did the alligator arms, and my dad said, "Take that shit off."
He said, "That's enough of that."
Now, Darren G says, personally, I would love to do the Kelly Green and today's logo mashup. Freak Out Friday, maybe on that would be interesting if they did a remix. I mean, come on, we had the butternut squash and baby blue.
Terrible. I mean, it's a flag though. It's a flag. That was you know what I was really mad though? In 2010,
they could do Kelly Green in
2009 and 2010. I was really upset when they did the half-ass Kelly Green jerseys.
The Reebok Kelly Green.
That was awful. I was like, what are you doing? What are you doing?
Move right along to we gotta get to the defensive MVP. Your defensive MVP coming up against the Giants here. You know, we are 7-point favorites in this game. But what say you on your defensive MVP?
I'm gonna have to go with your son. I think your son's gonna have a pick in this game. I'm gonna go with Quinyon.
Okay.
Perk is too quick in the comments. We're on the same wavelength today. I mean, first was Goddard, and now we got Dean. I think Dean working his way into full reps. I think he's going to be able to. I mean, I felt that he was playing at full speed last week, but I felt like they kept bringing him off for the play count.
Yeah.
But I think they open him up this week. They say let the young man rumble fully healthy. So I'm going to go with N'Kobe.
He said young man.
So we got a lot of JCs. We got a Mark Bird with JC. We got a Daz with a JC, and Darren G says Cooper DeJean. Interesting. What about you, Ev? Who's your defensive MVP?
I'm gonna go with Mr. himself, ZB, Zach Bond. He was an All-Pro last year. He's one of the key heart members of this defense. He's back next to N'Kobe. They're able to play. He just absolutely has his all-out games. I'm going to say not defensive MVP of the game. I'm going to say NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
Wow. Okay.
Chess.
All right.
Chess.
I'm sorry.
DeMarcus says he's going back to his offensive VP. He says it needs to be Kevin Patullo. Needs to build on the play calling from last week, and I think we have to make mention of his performance last week. I thought listening to your players and coming up with some solutions is nice. It's like this is what you like to see. I think it's not a finished product, and we're on the mend. So I feel like the only thing I'm wondering is if our run game ever gets back to at least 70% of what it was. I don't think so. I think 65% is we could do right now. We're
Your mic.
You can't hear you.
we're about 30% of the production right now versus from last year.
I did like him having their center, but I don't think we ever heard who you have for defensive MVP, Gail. Who are you leaning on?
I'm going Jalen Carter. I need to see that sack. When he has that sack, you see me.
JC game. Okay.
Now moving right along to your underdog performance. Who will be that? Have a breakout play. It doesn't have to be a big dog. It could be someone unassuming that people are not on the radar.
Underdog performance.
The kick returner.
You know
what's
what?
his name?
This one hasn't been. What were we gonna say, Tim?
Gibson. I'm gonna go with Gibson as my underdog.
Stole it. He stole mine.
Yeah, appreciate you, Perk. I think Gibson's gonna be the underdog.
Good Lord. Perk and I are on the exact same page.
Yeah, that's what I'm going with.
Okay. I'm going to go with another special teamer. I'm going to go with Jake Elliott. I could see this being a 3 field goal game for Jake if the offense isn't able to
he needs to redeem himself. Yeah, so I can see it.
Yeah, he does. Get it into the end zone. I know they've been good in the red zone, but one thing that I think is kind of not being talked about across the league this year, these kickers are like 60 is the new 45.
Yeah,
It's everybody's hitting 60-yarders nowadays. I think Jake Elliott is one of the premier kickers in the league, so I'm gonna lean on my man Jake if we get within the 50.
So like I say, when someone asks me how old you are, I say 31 is the new 60. So Evan's old. I said Evan's old man. Just like these balls are all jacked up now. It's just it's crazy. DeMarcus says his underdog performance will be Jacorian Bennett.
Okay.
This might be his chance to solidify CB2. Jacorian Bennett sounds like Lando Calrissian. He has a Star Warsy name to me. Like if there was a Star Wars series and Jacorian Bennett came out with a lightsaber, I'd be like, yeah, that makes sense. Sounds doable. But I think we got someone said in the chat, 49er fan, he says Scatabo will tee off. And
you need to be worried about your team.
Jalen Carter should be a problem. Should be a problem. Tank the new giant killer.
He's not small enough. Not small enough.
Interesting.
He's still working himself back into my good graces. He had a decent carry, but
yeah, he did.
But speaking of underdog,
I'm glad he took him off of kick returns.
Speaking of underdog, shout out to Underdog. Football season is full swing, and Underdog is the best place to get in on all the action. Playing on Underdog is easy. Just pick whether your favorite players will go higher or lower on stats like rushing yards, receptions, touchdowns, or more. Get your picks right, and you can win up to 5,000 times your cash. Let's see some things I'm leaning on this week. Devontae Smith over 75 yards, higher or lower?
Higher.
I'm saying higher.
Did you say?
I'm going higher. I'm going higher as well.
Okay.
Devontae Smith over
I didn't hear the number,
75.
but I'll say higher.
Devontae Smith over
Go
75.
higher.
Higher of.
Yep, higher.
Okay. AJ Brown over 75 yards.
Higher.
Okay. Whoa. Okay. Higher.
Yeah.
I'm going to go lower.
I mean, he's my offensive
go lower.
MVP. So
Okay. Let's see. Jalen Hurts over 300 yards versus the New York Giants.
passing or
passing?
total?
Just passing or total?
Passing.
Under. I'm going to go
I'm going
under.
to say under.
Yeah, I'm going to take the under on that one too.
Cam Scaraboo against the Eagles defense. He had 98 yards the first game with 3 touchdowns. Does Scaraboo get over 75 yards rushing against the Eagles? Higher or lower?
Lower.
I say higher.
I'm going lower.
I'm going lower too, guys. So you guys are right with me. But make sure you hit up Underdog. You know what I'm saying? Download the app today. Sign up with the promo code Jawn to score $100 in bonus funds, or bonus entries when you play your first $5. That's promo code Jawn. Underdogs make picks, win money. Must be 18 plus, 19 plus in Alabama and Nebraska, 19 plus in Colorado for some games, 21 plus in Arizona, Massachusetts, and Virginia. Present in a state where Underdog Fantasy operates. Terms apply. See assets.underdogfantasy.com backslash.
So close. So close.
Hey, you do a great job doing that, bro. So
Offer not valid in Maryland, Michigan, New Jersey, New York, Ohio, and Pennsylvania. Concerned with your play, call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.ncpgambling.org. In New York, call the 24/7 Hope line at 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY at 467-369.
Did you guys get to watch physically the Denver Giants game last week?
Mm-hmm.
Because there was a lot of Giants fans that were not happy that Tracy was rotating into that game. He was getting a lot more snaps than I think they wanted, but I think Scaraboo's limited to his play calls. I think he is good at what he does, and I'm not going to take anything away from him, but I think certain play situations, I don't think Scaraboo's there yet. So that's why I'm definitely agreeing with you on the under 75.
I mean, I really feel like Giant fans are juiced up to come down
I'm telling you, bro.
to the link this week. I feel like
mad
They're
greasy,
themselves.
son. Talking mad
They beat
greasy.
us in the first game of the series this year.
God,
They all came out from under a rock, man, and all of a sudden they're everywhere. They've been hot for 5 years.
I like to go listen to the content creators. Content creators before the first time we played them thought they were going to lose. They were all surprised and shocked. I think I'd say the majority. I'm not going to say majority, but 50% of I think Giant fans. It's not about the wins this year. It's more about the progress and the development of like is Dable going to be around? They like what they see in the quarterback. There's some energy. If they keep on catching a couple wins here, but like the Giants have to play like the 49ers. They got to play. This is murderer's row after this game. So they could either tailspin. They could either they're in a weird situation. But a lot of the blogs are saying that they don't believe that they could do it again. But my thing, anything can happen in the NFL. But I do think we got this one.
Yeah. I think too.
Somebody turned the nightlight on. They've been sitting in the dark for so many years, and they turned the nightlight on with Jackson Dart and Scaraboo, and they're feeling. I mean, I love that they have confidence in these players because these guys could have a bright future. To what I've said earlier, their core 3 that they can build on. But to say that they're there already and to hit the ground running, they did it the first game. If they do it to us again, I'll keep my mouth shut. But I don't think it's going that way in any shape or direction.
But let's also keep in mind who this team is. This is the New York Giants. This has been a team that has been somewhat of a disaster the last 2 decades, minus the 2 Super Bowls that they obviously did get. Weren't they? I think they were both wild card teams both times. They haven't been a stellar team.
No.
Pretty much as a football fan. And I look at, obviously they're heading in the right direction, but so was Washington last year. And everybody thought that Washington was going to be this powerhouse for years to come. They've taken a step back.
Hey, you know why
there's
though, right?
there's that sophomore wall.
You know why
Well, I
though,
mean, they're
right?
old as hell.
You know why, right? Yeah, exactly. That's Team Unk. That's what that is. That's Team Unk over there. That ain't nothing but Hennessy and Ben Gay going around that locker room. I mean, and it's also it's not fitting. I'm not going to say it is fitting, but like I don't want to make fun of injuries or anything like that. But did you hear what Jaden Daniels' mom said? Like, do not compare my son to RG3. Like, come on.
Oh, if
I did hear that.
RG3's leg did a complete L that looked like a Tetris piece that year. But it is what it is. Injuries,
and then the Eagles did it to him in a Browns jersey the next year.
Yep, that's right.
Injuries are tough, man. They all happen. The Moose says all those Giant fans will be calling the Hope line come Sunday. The Moose with the one-liners. That's the best one-liner I've seen.
Got him.
Yes, I like that. But if you're not subscribed to 4th and Jawn, make sure you're subscribed to 4th and Jawn on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Okay, just housekeeping. But Evan Hearn, what do you say?
Yeah, I was going to say I didn't get an opportunity to speak much on the last game, but I just wanted to also throw some kudos to your son, Gail. I mean, we had heard all week we were worried about that hamstring. He was looking. I had seen videos from him where there's a lot of panicked people that are like, "Oh, he does not look ready to play." Ends up locking up Jettas, man. I mean, the best receiver in the league. He ended up really putting him in prison. So as long as Quignon's on the field, I don't have fear in who he's guarding.
I mean, best buddy cop movie right now, Cooper DeJean and Quinyon Mitchell.
Oh, no doubt. Yeah, call him chocolate chip and a white chocolate.
They that play he had on
Jettas
in the end zone, chef's kiss.
This is the reason why I'm going to stand on my soapbox and wave my fist in the air. Can we please put DeJean on the outside at the number 2 corner, please?
I mean,
and then seeing Avante on the sideline.
Yeah.
With having Dean and Ball healthy, I trust that a little bit more. But we saw when he went outside, man, he's such a sure tackler from that inside nickel spot. He's such a like those flat routes and those stuff. When he came and we went to the outside, they started dinking and dunking those little passes. It drove me crazy.
I mean, I just feel like it's tougher to find outside than inside. You can get someone. I feel like, but I know the nickel spot it's definitely, if you have a solid nickel or you have a great nickel like Cooper DeJean, it is a big difference maker. I know a lot of people are talking about bringing back Chauncey Gardner-Johnson. I just don't know where the team feels about him as in their locker room.
This goes to show like burning your bridges. And sometimes when you're handling business, you need to handle your business like a pro. Be a grown man about it. He should have never left.
Yeah.
And now, unfortunately, he's the guy outside looking in. He can't. I don't think he'll get on the team.
You guys want to? You want to hear something crazy right now? We're hurting for a defensive end right now. You know who's got 4 sacks? Bryce Huff.
Yeah.
Hey, but guess what? Though? Guess what happened?
He just got injured, didn't he?
He just got injured, so he's out for the next 4 weeks.
Yeah.
God. Doesn't he have to play a certain amount of?
CJGJ has to play 6 games.
I think we lost that pick though.
Oh, you're talking about for the comp pick? Yeah.
No, but
he's already 7 games in, missed 4. He'll get his snaps in.
No, for Huff, it could either go from a 3rd to a 4th. No, depending on.
I don't think so.
Sacks. Okay. Yeah, there's a whole thing.
I thought we traded that pick.
See, Daz. No, we need to get 8 sacks for us to get a 4th round pick.
Or else it's what, a fifth?
A fifth. I thought we traded that pick though. Did we trade that pick for?
Keep fifth to a fourth.
Okay, fifth to a fifth.
See, Daz knows. Hashtag Daz knows. Shout out to Philly Sports Trips. If you're trying to book a trip, go to phillysportstrips.com. You make sure you're following them on all socials. Philly_sports_trips on IG, at Sports Trips PHL on X, Philly Sports Trips on Facebook. For more information, go to their website, phillysportstrips.com. Make sure you're on the road with us, man. We got a couple more trips in the works here. Crossed off Minnesota. Next trip is Green Bay. We got the Birds fly home November 14th. Our friends from over the pond are coming. Birds take over Dallas, LA, Washington, and they finish up with the Buffalo trip. Could be the coldest trip in all of trips with Philly Sports Trips. But if you guys are trying to be freezing with us, I think you need to close it out in Buffalo. Be a nice little road trip. Get in the car, get in the bus, whatever, or take a flight. I don't know. But that should be a good time. Also, for those asking, there will be tailgate. We had a good, nice crowd last week. I'm surprised we fit everybody in the photo. Make sure you're get there early if you want to be one of the early birds to help us set up. We'll never fight anyone helping to help us set up. But we get there around gates open around 6:00. We'll be up and ready to rock by 8:00. So 8 to 12 will be the tailgate. Make sure you don't need an invite. You just show up.
I'm just excited to be back. I've been disconnected for too long.
I feel the same way. I feel like it's been a minute since I missed a home tailgate, bro, and missing that last home when I was lost. I was lost in the sauce.
Well, shout out to all the people that are helping out with the tailgate. We have Francello's Pizza, Eddie and the gang. We got Used Guys, Philly cheesesteaks, supplying us with cheesesteaks, and also supplying us with rolls and such. They're making a Italian sausage this week. So we're gonna get cheesesteaks from Ev. We're gonna get what else are we gonna get? We're gonna get pizza from Francello's. Is Chris on deck this week? Chris Lee? Is he?
Group chat's been a little quiet.
For real?
Yeah, I haven't heard him.
Usually
we would have gotten the cookie update by now.
Somebody reached out asking him about Chris Lee's cookies and could he be a sponsor for an event up in northern PA. I was like, the cookies, word of mouth is out there that C. Lee cookies are what you need to be.
That's crazy. He wants C. Lee cookies for a party up in North PA.
They're looking for a sponsor. I said, well, here's his number. You could call him. You could ask him. But also shout out to
ship
you can ship them, or he could drop them off from VA. Shout out to Bud Light for holding down the tailgate. And shout out to Red Bull for giving the tailgate wings. Also, shout out to Lowski, the resident Reverend DJ, who will bring you to church at the tailgate. Also, shout out to Recover 180, guys. Recover 180 is something I drink. I'm not even lying. I drink Recover 180 every day.
Fruit punch today. Fruit punch.
What are you drinking?
Yeah, no, they're great.
Fruit punch.
It's the only hydration drink that's organic on the market. 100 has 0 sugar added, 20 calories, 2 carbs, USDA organic coconut water. Make sure you hit them up at @DrinkRecover, #HydrateBetter.
And we try to stay away from sugary drinks towards the end of the night in our household. My daughter came up to me last night. She said, "Dad, I'm a little dehydrated. Can I just grab a Recover? I know it's late." I was like, "Go ahead, babe. Go ahead."
My daughter likes that. My daughter likes the popsicle joint.
A Rocket Pop.
Yeah,
Rocket Pop.
Rocket Pop. That's my daughter's favorite. She didn't
Strawberry
take
banana one's kind of pretty solid too.
Oh, yeah.
There's not
Very
a bad
true.
one. There's not a bad
Yeah,
one.
no, I haven't had a bad one yet.
I have a preference on the ones I enjoy more, and personally,
Peach mango.
Peach mango be busting. I ain't gonna leave in front.
and fruit punch. These are my two: peach mango and fruit punch. Shout out to the Moose. He talked to me yesterday. Apparently, he's doing a wing eating contest over in Lot F tomorrow. So
Wing
he was
eating
like,
contest.
How many people are participating in that? I'm interested in how many wings they're preparing.
so it's not as many
That's
as
a
you
lot
think
food.
because they're doing a window as opposed to a mass consumption. So it's going to be, I think I could have the numbers wrong, but I think it's 20
Gotcha,
wings
gotcha.
in a 10-minute limit, and whoever has the fastest time, they're taking the top three. We're going to move on to another.
What type of wings are
situation.
these?
Gotcha.
What type of wings are we talking about?
You'd have to hit the green beard. I have no idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, but make sure you guys are. We're gonna be a lot G2. Don't
You
get
guys like
lost.
flats or drumsticks?
Flats or drum.
I'm a
I'll take it all.
drumsticks guy. I'm a drumstick guy.
Drumsticks.
Flats is where it's at.
Yeah, I like
Only thing
flats.
is-
but
Only thing is,
I'm lazy.
when you're eating a drumstick, I feel like I'm gnawing on someone's leg.
Yeah,
I
why
feel like
you
the
make
meat's
it
a
all
bit big
weird,
in the
Damn.
flat.
I don't disagree with the meat concept, but I'm a dip guy. I like my blue cheese, and
It's a lot
That's
easier to dip.
easier to
than
go in with the
Thank
drumstick.
you. That's what it is. Yeah, I need blue cheese. I do not have ranch around me. I'm not eating that shit.
Cousin Kiki said flats, but you don't think about when you're eating a little drumstick, you're eating someone's leg.
No, you done messed my whole dinner up, bro.
Man,
Every time you're eating a chicken's leg. So
I know, but that almost seems like it's
the wing.
It's a leg. The wing is the
wing.
wing, but
wing
the
is the
leg.
wing.
No, it's all one piece, bro. It's
Okay, so I'm
the
eating
wing.
arms.
It's the chicken wing. It's not.
You think of
Not
the
a
leg,
leg.
bro?
Yeah, you're eating an arm.
you guys like the bicep. You like
A
the,
drum.
you like
What
the
is a
forearm.
drumstick? That's a leg.
No,
It's like the
it's an
forearm.
arm, bro.
A drumstick is this part right
Yeah.
here, and then the flat is this part.
Oh God.
No matter what you're eating that.
I have learned something today.
It's the ball inside
The
the
thigh.
joint, and then it's
Does
the
eat the thigh?
it's like your. Have you ever noticed how chicken thighs look different?
Yo,
Anyway,
Don't even get me started on the chicken breasts.
Yeah.
Guess what that is? That's right on the chest.
I'm
yeah.
crying. Gail's face is like
Mark said it
Gail
best.
like
Bro,
chicken
eating arms
feet.
over there.
Parts is part.
Parts is parts.
Oh man. Yeah. So say it with your chest. I mean, obviously, you know, say it with your chest is a moment where you can say anything that has nothing to do with football. It could be F big paper. It could be anything you need to get off your chest that hasn't been spoken about.
I'll go first. So, being a Sixer fan is hard. The NBA just started opening last night, and it was great, right? It was great. My wife got me the Maxi Jawn.
Oh, look at you!
Yeah, you know what I mean? Wife
Throwback
hooked
black.
it up.
The throwback black.
Yeah,
looks good.
hooked it up with the Maxi Jawn. I still got my irises. I got all the irises. That's my man, 50 grand. But then this morning, I wake up to chaos. FanDuel, the Mafia, Gilbert Arenas. Like, what's going on? Bro,
Chauncey Billups.
bro, like you tarnished your legacy. Rose, you was really messing up, and then you kept your stats under, and then said you hurt your foot, and then a week later, 200,000 was delivered to your crib, and you don't think the feds was watching? You are bugging. Gambling is crazy right now, especially if you're an athlete. Come on, man. Let's not fix games, man. This is crazy. What are we doing? I love the gamble. Trust me, on some games, Shout out to Underdog. But like, bro, what is going on? It was just chaos this morning. Chaos.
Interesting.
I will build off of that one. I will build off of that one, Tim. I will tell you what's going on. Greed is what's going on. There's too much greed going on in the world. That's what I got to say with my chest. Whether you look at sports, whether you look at politics, however you want to break it down, how are you as an athlete that made millions? You're making millions of dollars this year and you're throwing it all away for $200,000? It doesn't make sense for an extra $200K. But just the time they got caught, I'm sure that there's been other deals that have gone down, but it's greed, man. You guys. Anyone that is participating in this greed, you guys got to look inward. You got to be more thankful for what you have. It is disgraceful because what's going to end up happening is they're going to take away sports betting again. I'm telling you, that's what's going to happen. The players, the greedy players, and the greedy, all the people that are involved in this. We didn't forget about you, Shohei. All the people that are involved in this, it's going to be their fault that it gets taken away from the everyman like us. So that's who to blame. The rich get richer.
Mic drop. What about you, Tim? You got to say with your chest.
I don't know how to follow those two because they're on point. I mean, my biggest thing today kind of annoyed me. I'm a big fella. You guys know that I'm not small. These stores, they get these new drops. Carry a little bit of the bigger sizes. Come on, guys.
Yo, listen, I'm with you, G.
Like I went in there I was going to spend a little coin today. I went in there and I was like, "Yep, buy the hat. That's all I'm getting. That's it." So,
hey, you're the big guy, man. The struggle is real. Trust me, I know.
Yeah, I remember my offensive linemen in college, defensive line. They always would just try to like imitate the skill players. I'm like, bro, you guys are not like built like us. Stop. Wear your big stuff. You know, but I feel for y'all. If you ever need me to look at any of these stores for bigger sizes, holler at your boy. I'll be out here.
I'd say 90%. I'd say 90% of the time when Tim sends out a good message, if I'm not there within the first, or you, Gail, within the first 5 minutes, my sizes are ghost. They're gone. I'm buying them off eBay.
Shout out to Tim Perkins. He always supplies a link for something out here. Always, but I always try to, if there's a 3XL, try to hook him up, let him know. Let's see. We had a couple say with your chest in the chat. Dave says Slim Reaper is underrated. We have from Darren saying with my chest, Gail needs a chicken anatomy class. Stat. Yeah. I just made chicken tonight too, and I'm like,
so now Gail's gonna see a forearm instead of a leg.
Yeah, you go. That's a thick leg.
I'm stupid, man.
Yo, when you said it, I was like, hold on, what is he talking about?
It's the wig. Yeah, we know
that. Chris says Nike needs to supply more Love Hurts black hoodie. Love Hurts black and red hoodie. I was gonna wear mine tonight, but I didn't really want to flex on you because I know you've been looking for it.
I have to
see. Big Perk says shout out to VJ Edgecombe.
Bro, Baby D Wade, bro. Baby D Wade. Stop playing.
He was. You telling me 42 minutes in your first game, bro?
34.
Granted, those last two free throws.
Yeah, the free throw.
We got to work on that clutch. But I will say, my
man,
just
like D Wade,
balled out.
He about that too. He about that. Shout out to Maxi for the performance.
And I can't wait to see all the young kids together, man. Get Jared McCain back out there. Maxi, that's going to be a fun young group.
The East is wide open. That's all I can say. The East is wide open.
I'm a realist, man. I want to believe.
You're going with the Knicks.
But Joel Embiid is our ticket, man. Joel Embiid is our ticket, and he has to stay healthy.
Yeah.
So
it's that time of year where they suck us back in.
It is the time of the year. I swear, if they go with another second round exit, I'm going to be hot, son.
Let's see. Did I say what I'm saying with Justice?
We got a whole season. We got a whole season.
Yeah, you got a whole season. Got a whole season.
You didn't.
My say it with your chest. Say it with your chest. Plane seats got to be bigger. Not that I'm a big guy,
Yeah.
but I sat next to a big guy, and he had the inside seat, and he looked like a sardine on the inside. He looked at me like, "Can we switch?" He didn't say it, but his eyes said, "I'm dying," and I said, "Well, you're gonna have to die over there because I'm not moving on the inside." But I was like, dude, the AC on some of these planes. Come on, man. Like, so the guy goes, sardine guy goes to the he goes to the stewardess. He's like, "What's up with the AC?" She's like, he's like, for your protection, the pilot has decided that he can't turn on the AC. So the guy's starting to flip out, and he's like, "What do you mean for my protection?" He's like, if I die over here of overheating," he's like, "how am I protected when I'm dead?" And I'm like,
That's a picture, man.
Damn.
so I'm like, is it a thing where the pilot doesn't turn on the AC higher because
I believe
of
so.
what, they're running out of gas? They don't want to wait.
No,
what is
because they have so it runs through. They get like water will be falling out of the thing. But for big guys, I suggest you to carry one of these.
Sensation.
This is a big man's best friend right here. You get your little fan and bong, right? This is a big. I know it sounds probably a little crazy, but for big men, get you a little portable fan, son. It's gonna be your best friend, yo. I'm telling you right now.
That way you don't overheat to death.
You won't overheat to death because I got it.
I will say, Gail, I've got no sympathy for the change in seats. I had last year. I was taking a flight back from San Diego back to Philly. And ironically enough, there was this Amish. It was Amish people were on the plane, and there was this Amish woman, and she was traveling with her Amish daughter. And the flight that they booked, they were in. One was in one row, and one was in the row right in front, and they were both sitting in the middle seat, and I was sitting in one of the end seats. And the mom asked me, she's like, "Could you switch seats with me so I could sit next to my daughter?" I was like, I'm not sitting in the middle seat at all. No.
I need to ask.
I picked the aisle seat for a reason. If you know me, I'm a frequent goer. I'm going to be going to the bathroom, and I'm not sitting in the middle seat for 5.5 hours when I chose the aisle seat. So.
Are you aisle or I mean, is everyone an aisle or in window seat?
I had a question. If I'm the asshole,
I had an aisle.
My shoulders are wide, so I can't get down in the middle. Yeah, sorry. I feel bad. Like when people walk, people will second guess when they walk past. They're like, "Yeah, I'm not going to do it." That's why sometimes being a big guy, it has its perks. And then you put the do rag on, that's the more intimidating right there. 6'2", 280-pound black man. I'm not sitting next to him. So yeah, I'm good. Man.
This guy using he's like, I hope they discriminate right now.
So I have a question. If I'm the asshole, so we're about to fly home from Florida, and I'm with my family.
Mm-hmm.
Well, she makes an announcement that there's an emergency room seat with a bigger leg room, and I'm hopped up out of my seat. My wife said, "Where are you going?" I said, "I'm going to get the emergency room seat and switch to there." And she goes, "No, you're going to fly with us." And I said, "Oh," and I was a good husband, and I sat back down. But would I have been the asshole for taking that seat with my family?
I mean, if your wife is outright telling you, no, I feel like you got to stay.
Yeah, true. But you thinking of yourself sometimes it's okay.
Feel the brunt, but
like folded in the seat,
your legs might be feeling better while you deal with it.
But when you take the emergency exit, like when you sit in that row, do you feel like, are you really gonna save the day in the emergency exit lane? Well, they be talking to you like,
I love
Well,
when
you
they're
got to make
giving
a
me the
verbal. You got to
spiel
make the
when-
verbal commitment. Yeah.
oh, they be looking at you like you're Iron Man or something. Like you're gonna really do something. I'm like, come on.
I'd be sitting there on a 100 milligram edible, and they come and like you got to save
Oh,
everyone's
Lord.
life. I'm like, okay, yeah.
I'm like, do I look like Black Panther? I am
Keep the
not.
plane in the air.
I'm not a
Evan's
super. I'm
just
not-
like this.
Wakanda forever.
I was like, I'm not Marvel. I am not saving any. I'll be the first one off this plane because I'm the first one at the door.
And they be like, "Hey, sir, you're in that mercy hour. You're supposed to
See
help."
ya.
Hell no. Move. Straight stiff armor. Like Walter.
They look at you like, you understand the rules, right?
No.
You're the first one out of here.
I
What-
just want
Everything
the
I
extra
just
leg
heard.
space, man. Let's be real.
Yeah. Everything I heard was me first, and I heard more leg room. That's all I heard.
When you're on a flight, bro, first of all, you're not in the mood. You know what I mean? Like, like it's flying's a pain in the ass, bro. So I get it. Like, I get it, man. I get it.
I'll be sitting there like, come on, everyone out. I don't want to even be in that situation. But with all that being said, more leg room in the exit, in the emergency exit row. But yeah. Now
How
that
about
I've-
just more leg room in general?
Southwest is lying. Southwest is lying.
Darren G says, just don't be grabbing your luggage while you're at it, please.
Oh, I got another sight with my chest since we're on the topic of planes.
Go
Yeah,
ahead.
go ahead.
Stop. If you're in row 20 and
Don't
we
get up.
and they just
Yo.
dinged the thing, stop what you're standing. Stop what you're trying to.
Real.
We're gonna maintain civility on this flight, people. We're gonna maintain civility. Everybody is gonna exit. 19 is gonna go, and then 20 is gonna go, and then 21 is gonna
Real,
go.
bro.
I don't understand the big rush to stand up in the aisle when you've got 10, 15 more minutes of waiting ahead of you. I don't know what the rush is.
I ain't gonna lie. So I my knees be burning, bro. So I gotta stand up. I gotta stretch. the
That's
knees.
fine. I get that, but the like trying to weasel your way up the aisle, that's the part that really
Yeah.
Evan's
for real.
talking about the dude that hopped up, and you could obviously see when somebody's stretching, but he's talking about the dude that's already
Yeah.
popped the top
Yeah,
and
for
got his
sure.
bag out. He's holding it
No.
like this.
Yeah,
He's ready to sprint.
Nah, I can't stand that one. But that was, and then like men, when you see a woman struggling, trying to put up their luggage in the overhead bin, help.
Tim, I scared the shit out of some woman because I was behind and I saw she was struggling and she was giving it everything she got, and I just threw an arm and gave a push. She thought she lost her bag, like she thought it took off behind her.
Well, you gotta say something.
She jumped,
You
and I
gotta
was
say
like,
something.
"That was on me. Yeah, I'll take that accountability." But
Listen, yeah,
she
can I
should've
help you with
she
that?
was
That's
scared
all I
to
gotta say.
Violation also fart on the airplane. I can
No, that's yo, son. Come on.
we can go on. There's a lot of plane topics. But moving right along.
Taking your shoes off is a violation. You should get thrown off the plane.
Diabolical. Especially if you're wearing flip flops and you ain't got socks on.
And you
gotta
know
be
you
wearing
got funky ass
socks,
feet,
man.
B.
You're-
And that
Because if I-
eating-
If
that
I see
eating
you
food.
in flip flops, I'm thinking about you going through security and you were barefoot walking through that airport.
Well, I'm TSA pre-check, but I'll never wear flip flops with socks.
What? I have flip. I have flip.
No, I'm a croc guy.
I have
I'm a
flip
croc guy.
flops.
Cause something goes off or pops off, I put them bitches in sports mode. I'm out. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
he's got him. He's flipping that switch. He's good to go. He's got them in sport mode.
I put flips. I did put flip flops on the last plane. Right.
With no socks?
No, I had socks on.
Oh, okay. No slides.
I'll go socks and slides, but
Oh, chancleta is a different thing. I don't
Yeah,
need to see. All. Yeah, I got it. We said. We got. Darren says, "Don't ever go to the bathroom on the plane with no shoes, for the love of God." Oh, this guy,
that's insane.
Michael Gordon. He
Oh,
says,
yeah, that's
Boo this man.
yeah.
Boo this
Put
man.
that man in the bathroom. Put him in the bathroom.
No, don't put him in the bathroom. Don't let him on the plane.
"Yeah, Michael's the one that's always smirking on the plane for no reason."
Oh yeah. Michael's got to be the
Because he
loudest
just
one.
ripped ass.
Darren says, "I could tell all kind of plane stories. Been working on them for 20 years." I need to.
God
I
bless
need,
people that actually fly daily, man, because that's something that like I do often enough now, and I dread it every time I have to fly.
Yeah, I'm so happy. I don't
Doing
have
that
to
as a job,
do
God
that.
bless you.
Funny pop quiz. Do you know who is a stewardess by trade? She's a parent of one of the Philadelphia Eagles.
A parent?
Keely, Keely Ringo's mom.
Oh,
Mama
I didn't know
Ringo.
she was
Mama Ringo is a flight attendant.
Oh, okay. And she survived cancer. That's what's up. Shout
Yeah,
out to
she's-
Mama.
Also a
people.
cancer survivor. Shout out to her. Shout out to her.
Yeah,
And shout out to everyone who's going to be at the tailgate. Once again, shout out to all the people that are coming out there and supporting. Shout out to you guys. Appreciate you guys coming around. Again, shout out to Francello's Ristorante. Shout out to Eddie and the gang. Use guys. It's spectacular what they're going to be bringing. I also have a question for you, Ev. They asked me to ask you. If you don't want to bring your grill, they'll bring the grill for you. Is that a violation?
Wow. You said that they're supplying rolls too?
Yeah. They said
Damn, all we gotta do is
rolls,
show up.
cheesesteaks, and grill. I said, let me ask Ev.
Say less. How big's the
Evan
grill?
just turned into an executive.
Is it-
chef.
is it
We're
like
gonna
the
have
same
everything
size?
perfect.
Same grill that you have.
Yeah, I'm in. Yeah.
So you don't have to bring
Dude,
anything
yeah.
but yourself.
Getting that thing in the sedan. I'll tell you what, man. That is a young man's game, throwing that grill in and out of the car every week. I'm gonna have a hernia one of these days, bro.
So I go to
Bro,
I
you're
go
so
to
old, bro.
I'm in my late 30s now, bro. I'm 31.
31 is the new 60, I said. So then
Evan bought a house and he's just yelled at clouds.
So I go to Prime. I was like, "Is cooking your cheesesteaks on another man's grill, is that a violation?"
Yes.
No.
Okay.
I've cooked my cheesesteaks on different grills before. It's all good.
All right. We passed around a video in our chat of Ev making a cheesesteaks on a mini grill. We've come a long way.
Mm-hmm.
Come a long way. And Ev is smelling his finger.
Yeah, no, we definitely have.
What?
You keep freezing.
I'm getting caught up with the bad Wi-Fi.
Yeah. Okay.
You got frozen in a very
Dr. Evil.
They're calling Evan the old soul in the comments. But again, appreciate you guys for sticking around. Also, shout out to Crooked T, who's also joining in on the fun. Forgot to mention them. Not only a sponsor, but a player. BG, Crooked T.
Wow.
And he's back. So crazy.
Red Bull giving the tailgate wings. Bud Light. Recover 180. We got Ev cooking on another man's grill. What more can you got? Lowski the Reverend. Shout out to Jesse Wines. Make sure you follow him at Wines Creative. We have also Crafty Jawn, who's supplying great chains over these last couple of years. Make sure you go to craftyjawn.com. Get yourself a new chunky chain, man. See the one behind Tim on the wall? That is a chunky chain. They do custom work. Send them your logo. Tell them you love 4th and Jawn. You know.
It's dead mine.
Okay. Shout out to, we got Josh already hyped up. He says, "Let's effing go." I'm good with that, man. There you go. Crafty Jawn does amazing work. He does amazing work. I'm trying to see if any chains are around me. But other than that, make sure you get down to the tailgate bright and early. Gates open at 6. Tailgate starts at 8. We're going to 12 o'clock. And then the game starts at 1. Make sure y'all get in your seats, okay? But last word, I have to say the say it with your chest was immaculate. It was amazing. You guys knocked it out the box. We'll start with you, Mr. Armstrong. Last word before we get out of here.
I'm just excited to see everybody. It felt like, a month is a long time to be away from the tailgate and from the 4th and Jawn crew and family. So I know that everybody has a sour taste from the way the last game ended. So let's come with the energy. Everybody rock their Kelly green. Let's come fired up. let's from the start of the tailgate to the time we leave the parking lot, let's come fired up and go Birds, baby.
Tim Kincaid, last
Yo,
word.
rock your Kelly Green week. You know what I'm saying? Rock it. Show off your team. You know what I mean? Definitely want to say thank you for everybody watching, subscribing, and writing down in the comments. So you guys don't even know how much this means to us when you're involved and we're involved with the community and just stopping to say hi and say what's up and go Birds. So it means a lot to us.
Yeah, just like Tim Squared. Looking forward to being back out there. Missing that last tailgate. Wasn't the best. Missed being out there, missed being with you guys. But looking forward to new beginnings with this tailgate, cooking on new people's grills. Oh boy.
My last word is hey man, win, lose or draw, we will be out there supporting our Birds. There's a lot of fans. I don't know if the winning has got to people's heads or just like, they expect perfection, or the national pundits and all the haterade, they're drinking it. But just support your squad, man. Win, lose or draw, you support your team. You come out here, you catch your L. You just keep supporting. The keep supporting part is what you need to get in the mindset of. As Unk status, I can say that. But shout out to you guys out in the comments, all the people that are listening later on the podcast. We appreciate you guys showing up live. We appreciate you guys showing up at the tailgates. We appreciate your support, and we'll see you guys in the next one. As always, go Birds.
Go Birds.